Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming my first ever Q&A, and I put up a video a couple days ago asking you guys to send me some questions, and I got tons of responses. So I'm going to be answering about 10 to 20 of your guys' questions because I figured you should probably know more about me. And before I jump into the questions, I actually want to talk about something called DealSale. DealSale reached out to me to talk about their app and to review one of their products, and I figured I like being honest, and if they want me to review their product and just let everyone know how it is so they get positive or negative reviews, just to have the viewers see what I think. So I think that's so cool to people want to know what my opinion are on something. And so I ordered a necklace from them, and I'm actually wearing it right now. It's the cutest thing ever. Oof. It was $2, and it is I don't know what kind of metal to call it because it's like that in between silver and gold, but like brassy color. But it is a teal gemstone with like these dangly chains underneath it, and it doesn't clasp, it just goes over your neck. And I've been wearing this seriously like almost every single day since I got it. It's such a nice statement piece, and I ordered it off their app, which they have an app in the Apple store called DealSale. Basically, you just get to scroll through and find some deals, and everything is super marked down, which I think is great because the average teen doesn't make very much money. So marked down clothing and beauty and jewelry and stuff like that is super great for us. So I will have a link down below for this stuff if you want to check it out, because everything is literally probably under $20 because they're that cheap. And also I will link down below the necklace that I have, which I think is super cute. So if you want to twin with me, you can get this, and it's under $5. Like, how cool is that? Now to hop into the Q&A, I'm just going to be going to the video and looking at all the comments that I got. And I got a couple repeater questions, which I will definitely try to submit into one so I can answer it for you guys. So I'm just going to scroll through until I find one that I would like to answer or that I'm going to answer. Izzy Ander asks, when did you start YouTube and why did you start YouTube? I started YouTube, it's actually almost been a year and a half. I uploaded my first video last spring, and it's actually a funny story. When I did upload it, I came home sick because my stomach was hurting, and I actually been trying to film a video for a long time, and I was trying to use this online computer application. It just wasn't working, and I was just getting upset about it. And I came home and I decided to set up my camera, and I was like, you know what? I have the rest of the day. I have good lighting. I'm just going to film this now and see how it goes. And then that day I uploaded it. And the next day I woke up and I had 20 views, and I was like, whoa, like 20 people watched. How cool is that? And I don't know, it just kind of went from there. I kind of always wanted to be, not necessarily a YouTuber, but I knew I wanted to like with beauty and fashion and something to like talk to people and have my words be heard by people and have kind of a voice in the world. And like, this is awesome. Like, I feel like this is the best creative platform for me because I can say and share whatever I want, and the fact that I can help people or like teach people tips, like the coolest thing ever. I'm still like geeking out about it even though I started like a year and a half ago. Just like, you guys rock. Melanie Ray asked, what is the scariest thing that has ever happened to you? That's really hard because, I don't know, not really hard, but kind of hard because trying to think about like what has happened to me. One of the scariest moments was that I stayed up late. It's a while ago. I stayed up late like probably like 3 years ago. I stayed up pretty late in my room, and it was like 2 o'clock, and my entire family was asleep, and then I just heard my sister down the hall, her like bathroom door slam, and I knew she was passed out because I went in to check on her like an hour ago, and I knew she was asleep, and it literally slammed so hard, and I sat there petrified because I was so scared. Because if you're laying on your bed, like I was on my phone just like looking at stuff, and the door slams in the hall. I was like, what is going on? And I woke up next morning, and my sister was like, yeah, I was asleep, I have no idea what happened. Mom was like, oh, probably just like, you know, the draft with like the suction. And I was like, no, our house is haunted, we're leaving. I have no clue what happened. It just was really, really scary. I wanted to, I just wish I could disappear. I just sat there in bed like not moving. Susie, you asked, who inspired you to do YouTube? The first YouTube video that I ever saw was actually from Meredith Foster, and it was her Valentine's Day like hair, makeup, and outfit ideas. And I was looking up stuff to wear on Valentine's Day, and I instantly fell in love with her. And then Makeup by Mandy 24 was suggested for me, and so I went to go watch her videos, and I kind of just bounced back and forth between everyone. And I don't know if I was like inspired by anyone necessarily, because I already know I had wanted to do something one day with beauty and fashion, but like after seeing all of those YouTubers making videos, I was like, hey, maybe I could do that one day. And I think it was just like a collaborative inspiration from all of them. Alexis P asked, how do you deal with drama or avoid it? This is a really good question because I actually had a really big drama guilt-filled ordeal in like 7th grade. And for me, instantly, I am one to defend myself, and I don't like being picked on at all. And at first I would just kind of like take the drama and like let it slide by. I was like, oh, they're my friends, they don't mean it, like it's just a joke, they're prodding fun. But it got to a point when it got really bad, and I stood up for myself one day, and everybody kind of learned like not to mess with me because I finally found my own voice, and I was like, don't mess with me. But when coming to drama, and I would say avoid it, because honestly it's really not worth your time, and I wouldn't try to drag anyone into it. If you're gonna stand up for yourself, I say stand up for yourself, definitely, because that's what I would do. But unless it's unnecessary, I'd say avoid it altogether. Like if it's something you can't get out of, like stand up for yourself and be like, listen, don't do this to me, or like that's a rumor, that's a lie. You just have to stand up for yourself and make sure your voice is heard without being mean or rude or creating more drama for yourself. Lauren Pearson asked, how do you balance YouTube, school, and friends? This is something I struggled with last year because it was my first actual really rough school year when I had friend issues, I had tons of school, and then I had to keep making a video a week. And I also I play volleyball like year round, so I'm always practicing, so it gets really difficult to have time to film. And last year I put YouTube in front of school, and my grades kind of suffered a little bit, and I realized that honestly the most important thing is school and YouTube. Even though I love it, it's just a hobby, so I really need to focus on school. So the way to balance it is that I will not edit or film a video unless all of my homework is done, or unless I know that I can do it later and I have done most of it. And then when it comes to friends, if on the weekend my homework is done, my video is ready to go, then I'll make time for friends. Or you just need to make sure you have everything done to jump on to the next thing. Otherwise you put other things first and you get scrambled, and then you have late assignments, or you're not getting your video up, or your friends are like, why didn't you come? And it gets really stressful really fast. So just to keep everything under control, you need to be organized and kind of plan yourself out. I got tons of questions about this, and it is, when do I get my braces off? And it's actually pretty soon. I should have them off by this fall or winter. I'm not really sure when the specific date is, but when I do get them off, I will make a all about braces video, and I cannot tell you how excited I am to get them off, because everyone I know got them off in the spring, and I wanted mine off so bad, and I'm so excited to see what I look like, because I have already had them. I had top and bottom 4 braces, like with the only top 4 and the bottom 4 for about 2 years. They had an expander for a year. These are coming up on 2 years, so I'm gonna have like 5 years total of ortho work, and I literally just want them off my teeth and have good teeth. End of story. Kiara Murphy said, what grade are you in? P.S. I love your videos. Well, thank you. And I'm going into 10th grade, so I'm a rising sophomore. Simply CKP24 asked, out of all of your videos, what video do you think is the most popular? By the way, I love your videos. Well, thank you. And my most popular video, I guess, for the viewers, when I made my DIY EOS lip balm. And that video was so long ago, and the editing is kind of rough, and I get comments on it like daily. And I'm like, you know, that was like a year ago. Like, I know how to edit now. That was just like beginning out. But I have some coming videos that I'm hoping are going to be just as popular, because I worked really hard on all of my videos, and it's kind of fun to see which ones get more views based on what the people want to see and what is more trendy. So look out for more DIYs. I have the coolest one coming up, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. Crowton asked, room tour, and what state do you live in? So I've gotten tons of questions about my room tour, and my room is not completely done. I'm working on getting it all done. This part's pretty much good. I have to like get my like blanket at the end. I need to hang all my mirrors and all my pictures, but once my room is done, I will be doing a room tour, because I think it'd be cool for you guys to see what my room looks like, and I know I've been definitely get that requested a ton. But when my room is all done, I will definitely do a room tour, and I live in Virginia. Angela's Basic Life asked, can you make a video on how you edit your videos, and what kind of computer do you have? I am working on that because I'm actually recently switching editing software, and so I've been kind of trying to figure out my new software and kind of work my old one. So originally I had a Dell laptop and I edited with Movie Maker, but the problem with that is that it quits a ton and would lose all my work or corrupt my files, and I get so frustrated. So now I have a Toshiba laptop, and I edit with I'm trying to work editing with a VS Video Editor. It's like ranked like #1 for like cinematography or something like that, but it's a really good editor. It's really hard to figure out new editing stuff that's a lot different, so it takes me some time, so I'm just definitely working on it. But once I have nailed it down, I will totally make a video on how I edit my videos and my thumbnails and everything like that if you guys would like to see. Izzy Thompson asked, more DIYs? What is your favorite DIY that you've done so far? So yes, more DIYs are coming. I'm really excited, and I think my favorite DIY was when I made the crystals for the necklaces. I thought it was the coolest DIY ever. I thought it was so cool that I could just like grow my own little crystals and put them on necklaces and rings and stuff. That was definitely my favorite, and if you want to see that, I will link it down below because it's one of my favorite DIYs that I've ever done. Things by Brianna asked, how do I deal with boys? The thing about boys is they don't understand girls very much at all, and for me, most part, boys are kind of intimidated by me because I'm very confident and I can kind of see through their BS if I know they're gonna try to mess with me or they only want one thing from me. So I'm like, hold up, like it's not gonna happen, just don't even waste your time trying. So they kind of steer clear from me because they know I don't put up with their BS. How to deal with boys is that you need to make sure, first of all, that you deal with yourself first and make sure you're not changing yourself for a guy ever, and make sure that you're confident with yourself. And once you're done with that, you can go out, and if you meet a guy and you talk to a guy and they're really nice to you and they treat you well, then you can start like getting to know him and like hang out with him. But to deal with boys is that make sure that you're confident with yourself and don't ever change yourself for one. I got a ton of questions on how old I am. So I am 15 right now. I turned 16 on October 29th. Madeline Roberts asked, how do you manage being a good student and being a good volleyball player? Going along with like the balancing the time kind of thing, I just have to put school and sports before YouTube because that's what's really most important. So I go to school every day, I practically have practice every day, and then if I get home, I do all my homework first, and then I usually film and edit on the weekends if I have time. It just really depends what my schedule is. But I just have to put work into school a ton and then work into volleyball, and then I have to use whatever energy I have left over for videos, which I try to develop equally for each one, so I can put a lot of energy into volleyball, school, and making videos because they're all my passions. Not necessarily school, but it's still important, so I can't exactly neglect it. Kiana Martinez asked, what is the most awkward thing you've done in front of a person you liked? And Illy, well, I love you too. And this was in 4th grade with a boy that I liked. He was actually a 5th grader, so this was like a big deal. I was like really cool. And we used to pass notes because he was like a safety guard or whatever, so he had like his belt on. And I was talking to a friend about the note that he had just given me, and I was really excited about it. I was talking to her. I was like, oh, he's so cute, like he just gave me this, I'm so excited. And I turned around, he was standing right there, and I was like, oops. And I kind of just like ran to my bus, and I was literally like, how old was I? I must have been like, I was like 10 or 11, I think, and I just got so red, but like it was like cool because he like heard that I liked him, but that was like cool. But I was so embarrassed. It was like the worst thing ever. I was like, my life is over, but it turned out to be okay because he didn't stop talking to me. We passed notes for like another good month. Lauren Johnson asked, have you had your first kiss? If yes, when and where was it? I wouldn't really count it as my first kiss because it was like during a game. But however, it was last summer and it was in my friend's house and we were playing a card game, and if the card drops you have to kiss the person beside you, and I wouldn't really count that as like my first kiss because it wasn't really like that I liked the person, it just kind of was like during a game. So technically I have had my first kiss, but I don't really count it as my first kiss, if you know what I mean. Pierce Crosby asked, freshman advice, and I would say when you're going into high school, your friend groups are going to change a ton. You're going to kind of notice everyone jumping from one group to the other, which is at first kind of weird, but you just need to stick with the people that make you happy and to avoid drama. And people are going to start getting into some bad things, so don't be pressured into doing things, and definitely feel what you feel comfortable with, and don't let anybody pressure you into doing things. Just be yourself, honestly, and just how you want to dress, and be happy, and you're going to go through high school absolutely fine. And as long as you avoid drama, because unless it's super necessary, you're just going to make it worse for yourself and other people around you. And then also make sure that you stand for yourself and know what you're comfortable with, know what you want to do, because it's really easy to get dragged down into bad stuff, and all your friends say you're doing it too, but don't let them peer pressure you, and know that what you want to do and be happy with yourself, and you're going to do just fine. So that was my first Q&A ever. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below if you guys want me to do a second one because that was really fun answering questions. And give us a thumbs up, of course, subscribe, and get ready for more fall videos and get excited. Love you guys so much. Bye. Mwah.